Yes.
The enchanted life is actually the way we live our life.
Yes.
It's our
That's
lifestyle.
what life is.
And so over the course of the last 13 years, this is the way we have been living our life. And in that experience, we have gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom in the process. And so the etheric touch has been birthed from our actual life experience.
Can't teach something that you have not experienced.
Absolutely.
You can't teach something you ain't experienced. So,
absolutely.
And this is why so many of us are going through the things that we are going through. Like, these are lessons. Like, we have to remember that Earth is a cosmic school, family. We are here to learn the lessons, and we can't skip lessons. If we don't get it right, what happens? We got to come back and do it again. That's how that works. So, like, we don't have a choice. Like, this ain't going nowhere. This ain't going nowhere. So, lessons, family, and all of them don't be easy. All of them don't be pretty. The greatest lessons come through the greatest obstacles or challenges or situations. You know what I'm saying, that we go through, bring the greatest jewels. So.
Hey y'all, hey, I miss y'all too. We love you, we love you, we love you. All of that great stuff.
All of that.
Know. Y'all already know.
All of that.
So absolutely. So before we even get started with the course curriculum, we would like everybody to take the opportunity to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of why you would have joined the Etheric Touch tribe.
And the reason being is because, like, we don't come by ourselves, we come with our ancestors as well. So this is like a greeting, you know what I mean, of and not only ourselves but our ancestors as well, so they all can be in agreement with what we are doing, and they can assist all of us in the ways that we need assistance. So this is what it's about. Like, introduce yourself, bring your ancestors into this collective movement.
What he means is, I'm Ashuntola Titi Lola Ogunsoyimbo, yes. Daughter of Diane Carter and Joseph Bentley, granddaughter of Lucille Carter, great-granddaughter of Mary Johnson, great-great-granddaughter of Lucy Carter, great-great-great-granddaughter of Mary Anderson. You do not have to do all of that. Yeah. We have tons of ancestors, you know what I'm saying? But just bring some of your ancestors in with you, okay?
Yes. My name is, I was born Antoine Ford, but I am Ifakunle Olatunde Oluwatosin, the son of Stella Stellar McNair, and Anthony Ford, the grandson of Catherine Womack, the grandson of Joe Womack, the grandson of Josephine Womack, the grandson of Grandfather Chavis, don't even know his first name, the great-grandson of Mary Butler. Ashe.
Ashe. Yes. Naru, please.
Peace, family. Peace, family. It is good to be in here. I was born Lori. I am also known as Michelle. I am also known in this tribe as Hala Naru. I am the daughter of Michael and Mamie Williams. I am the granddaughter of Charles and Frances Williams. I am the granddaughter of Leslie and Sam Ingram, and so many more wonderful ancestors. So I'm glad to be back in here. I am an alum, and it is blessing me to see how many are in the building and how many new faces there are in here. I am excited. I'm excited for my brother and my sister. Look at what you all have grown. Look at from the start of this, the inception of this. Look at where y'all are going.
Yes. And we not alone.
Go together.
We go together. We go together. We can't go at all. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And everybody can't come.
That's
and
right.
You learn what that means as you go through this, but you are
secret
here.
garden.
You are here for this designated and designed purpose, and I am happy to see all of y'all's faces. So
yes, Queen. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Kim Wana, is she here? Kim Wana, let's go, Kim. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hey, y'all. My name is Kenwana. Hey. So I am the daughter of Carla Williams. My father is an ancestor now Bernard George Williams. I am the granddaughter of Bessie and Charlie Lewis, who are also my beloved ancestors. I'm just so happy to be here. This is like my fourth time, I feel like. So this is such a pleasure and an honor. And I'm just so happy to be with my family, new and old. I know that this is going to be just a beautiful journey for all of us. So
you already know.
Here.
Yes. Thank you, Queen. I see Ahati. Ahati, can you speak? Okay. So whoever feeling it right now, Tiffany, what's going on, Tiffany? Come on through.
Peace, everybody. My name is Tiffany. I am the daughter of Darlene Smith and Elvin Witcher. I am the granddaughter of Catherine and Daniel Smith. I am the granddaughter of Shirley and Irvin Witcher. And I am the great granddaughter yes, and I am the great granddaughter of Pearl and Scott Witcher. And I just want to acknowledge all my other benevolent, known and unknown ancestors.
Unknown and unknown.
And, I'm here for this journey.
Yes, Tiff. Thank you.
There go Ahati. What's going on, Ahati? Come on through.
Oh my goodness. Peace, y'all. Peace. Oceantola, Conjure, all of the alumni, the new students. What up?
What's up? What's up?
Full circle. I feel like we have come full circle, and just spiraling up, not going in circles, but spiraling upwards. So I just, so I am just so glad to be back in this setting, be back online. My name is Ahati. I'm Nick's Queen on Facebook. I am daughter of Wanda Lynch, daughter of Levita Mills, daughter of Emma Godwin, daughter of Emma White, daughter of another Emma White. I'm telling you, y'all are just, y'all are in for it. Y'all are in for it. Y'all ancestors are going to start showing up and showing out for y'all students. Yes, I'm really happy that y'all are here. Etheric Touch for me has just been groundbreaking, has been foundational to everything that I do, everything that I am. Is just I'm just rooted in Etheric Touch. Like, you're going to be equipped with so much ancestral medicine that you'll be able to apply to yourself. And you'll always still have a support team and support system to come through, to be there to catch you, to be there to hold your hand, to walk with you, living ancestors,
living, true and living, true indeed.
I'm just delighted to be back on the Zoom meetings and seeing y'all faces, and we live.
Thank you.
Hey, auntie girl, you look good, child. Hey.
I go Jennifer coming through.
Let's get
all the opportunities to come to go to to just go to events and just really bask in each other's presence. So y'all
it's coming too.
I can't say it, like you just have to experience it.
Yes. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you, Ahati.
Yes.
What Donna at? What Donna? Come on through, Donna.
Peace, family, peace.
Peace.
I am Donna. I am daughter of Mary and Donald Keene, granddaughter of Keene.
Ashe.
I am granddaughter of David and Mary Lee Lennon, granddaughter of Mary Alice and John Keene, great granddaughter of Carrie and Frederick Thomas.
Ashe.
I love being in y'all's presence. I love being in the presence of your students. Get ready for a magical adventure. Get ready for a grand opening of yourself. Get ready. Because the gates are open. Get ready. We'll say this journey will transform you. It will open you. It will truly bless you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zana.
We got Jennifer.
I don't want to just put her on the spot. She just got here.
Okay.
But she ready. Jennifer, like,
yeah,
I'm here, I'm ready.
I was trying to get my speakers together because it's coming out of my headphones, but I can hear y'all, so that's all that matters. Can you hear me? Like, is it okay? Good, because I kind of was like, oh snap, I got stuff to do. Good morning, everybody. So I'm assuming that we're talking about how amazing the Etheric Touch experience has been. So I will say I'm Jennifer Owens. My spiritual name that was given to me by Oceantola and Conjure is Nayel. I can't, there's so many things for the people who have followed me on that I've added on Facebook throughout this journey. You have seen how quickly my path has been laid through Etheric Touch. It started because I'm a death doula now, like full-blown, paid, speaking, death doula, like making money, like $250 to talk to students for 15 minutes, talking, educating death doula.
Talking about.
And that journey started with Etheric Touch, like the community in Etheric Touch, the teaching and the training, and helping me to understand the power that my thoughts and my words and I myself have. So I can't say enough about these two, and they actually walk the walk that they speak of. It's not one of those, come to my class and I'm going to teach you real quick. Like, they're invested in your spiritual growth and your spiritual healing. That's beautiful. It is amazing. And the community that they create, as you can see, we're coming back. Like, we're here because we want to be in the presence, because we know the energy that they emit, and we can give them, and they need our energy back too, because they put out a lot of energy and time and work into making sure that we get to the places that we need to be. But
you ain't gonna make me cry today.
All right.
They ain't gonna make me cry.
Thank you.
I cannot say enough about these two. Like, I literally owe like the path, my ancestors for leading me to them. And then the community that they created that I knew of, that trusted in them to recommend me, because they know, my friends know I'm super skeptical because I've had some experiences, but they recommended them and I've been rolling with them ever since. And every time somebody asks, I tell them where to go. Like, if you're just starting out, don't start out with like Orisha and all that other stuff. Start out with somebody who's teaching you about you. And that's what they do. They teach you a whole bunch of different ways to find you. And then once you find you, the rest is history, because that's all I can say. Like, I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. That's all I can say. Sorry I'm late, y'all.
Yes, Ashe. Thank you for that. Beautiful.
Y'all not gonna make me cry today. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all do. Y'all not doing that today. I'm not crying. Thank you, Jen. I love you. And I'm so proud, like, so proud of all of the alumni. I've gotten the opportunity to watch the growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. I've gotten the opportunity to watch the growth. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes get to participate in it. And so I'm just very, very honored. Very, very, we are honored to be able to walk the path with you, you know?
And just know, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. The journey continues.
We got so much more to do.
The journey continues. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Queen.
Thank
Alexis.
You. Alexis.
Come on through.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Alexis Stokes. My spiritual name is Orisha Yemiya Ifaboye. I am the daughter of Belinda and Martin Stokes.
Ashe.
The great granddaughter of Mildred Mahone.
Ashe.
The great granddaughter of William Armbrister. I am the great granddaughter of Trina Stokes. I am the granddaughter of Esther May Armbrister. Ashe. And I am so happy to be back. When I first started Etheric Touch, I was watching on the sidelines for about a year. And it's just something about them that drew me to them. I was pregnant with my son, and I was going through a lot of stuff, and they helped me heal through that. They helped me let go of things that I had no control over. And once I started going to their event, it just opened me up to even more. And I'm just so thankful for them. I'm so thankful for my ancestors. I hope that everybody is ready to experience their own walk. I am, because I'm ready to really, really dig deeper in myself. And this is a safe space to be who you are and speak your truth and ventilate your ancestors that we need and help us in times when we don't think they're helping us. So love to you all, and it's nice to meet all of y'all.
Hey, Alexis. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, boo.
So whoever else wants to come.
Between your legs.
Whoever else wants to come through.
I guess I'll go ahead and get it out the way.
Peace, Karim.
Peace. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, brother.
My name is Karim, the son of Tamisha Ravenel and Ron Pantone, grandson of Adila Khalil Allah and Bilal Khalil Allah. And I'm just here to learn, you know what I'm saying, more about myself and how to heal my ancestors, known and unknown, of course. I'm just here to learn, man. I always want to know more about me and how I can heal and be better and get better. I live life off experience for the most part, you know what I'm saying, and just whatever I come across. So I came across y'all have welcomed me with, you know what I'm saying, open arms. And I'm just here to, continue to learn.
I'll show you, my brother. Hey, thank you for, you know what I mean, being here.
Yes.
Your energy is definitely needed, brother. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else do want to come through?
I'm Jackie. I'm Jackie Whiteside, daughter of Audrey Doster and Ed Haley, granddaughter of Henry and Nellie Mae White, granddaughter of Letha Haley and Redback Haley, great granddaughter of Bessie Knox Kilgo, great niece of Hattie McIntosh, Irene Sessom, auntie of Akibia White and Tanisha White. And I'm looking so forward to walking into this area of my life. There's something I have always been known of, not been able to get into. I always been scared of until I met Miss Kelly. And that's my way of me meeting you all, because she posted it on her page and I'm just like, my spirit, like, you got to go. I didn't even know this was going to be in North Carolina. I'm in Las Vegas. And when you went Zoom, I didn't even know it was Zoom. I automatically assumed it was Zoom automatically, but that's how everything worked out. And this is my divine purpose for me to walk into it. My birthday is tomorrow. I'll be 52. The understanding and understanding the gift that I'm ready to receive and to walk into and be the best present to give myself is to actually become myself.
Ashe, Queen.
Happy National Jackie Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking so forward to it. Thank you. I'm looking so forward to it.
Oh my God. I got chill bumps now.
Yeah, and just let me add on, like we're turning that 52 within a divination system that we practice called the I Ching.
I'm sorry, y'all voice went out. I can barely hear you.
Hear me now?
I don't know what happened.
No, still can't hear.
Okay, I can hear you now. Nope, it went out. They sent the Zoom link to my phone.
No, it's not you, Jacqueline. I can't hear them either.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. I want to know how y'all got your names, your different names.
Can you hear us?
Okay.
Are we clear?
Y'all can hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to add on right quick. You know what I mean? What I was saying is that You turn in 52 within a divination system that we use called the I Ching. 52 is the stillness. It's all about that time to enter into your own self, to, you know, like you said, finding yourself. So you're actually in alignment right now. So just understand that, like you in alignment. Like this is what time it is for you. It's time for that stillness, because that's the only way that we can truly get to know ourselves. It's through that. And so you in alignment, Queen. You here because you in alignment.
Yes, I say.
Or y'all hear us still, right?
Okay, great.
So anybody else that want to come through, they can come through.
Peace, family.
Go.
All right, I am Lakeisha Gray, daughter of Carolyn and Kenneth Gray, granddaughter of SMA Baldwin and Effie Baldwin, great-granddaughter of Henry Holmes and Shirley Mae Herndon. I would just like to say I'm just grateful to be here today. I met you all at the Winter Solace Retreat, and before that, I felt so lost. Like I just had gotten out the military and went to a place where I retreated to myself. And going inward, you feel a lot and you see a lot, and you become like a lost feeling. When I met you all, I felt like I finally related to someone with like minds, and it just felt like family. You know, automatically when I walked, y'all energy was just amazing. I remember leaving the retreat and just feeling like, oh my gosh, I found family with like mine. So I am just looking forward to this healing journey. I'm looking forward to learning what it is and receiving what it is to pass down to generations. I'm appreciative that my ancestors just led me to you all, and I'm just grateful to just be here.
Shay, Queen.
We're grateful that you came. Yes.
Grateful to have you. Like you were one of the ones that I, was interesting, because you were definitely one of the ones that was on my spirit. Like, yo, like she got to come through this time. And that's real talk. So to see you here, like I know you're where you're supposed to be. Like we are all where we're supposed to be. So we're so honored to have you. Ashe. Anyone else?
Peace, everybody. I am Jernay Hammonds, also Jernay L. I'm the daughter of Frida Lawrence Hammonds and Robert Hammonds Jr., granddaughter of Betty Sue Lawrence Durham, and Eugene Lawrence, also the granddaughter of Johnny Mae McGruder Hammonds and Robert Hammonds Sr., the great-granddaughter of Reed Lawrence and Mary Lou Reed. And I'm just excited to be here and learn and go deeper into myself.
Yes.
Ashe,
Journey. We have Journey for the journey.
For the journey.
So
yes.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
You know we honored that you here, Journey.
She already know.
You already know that. So
Peace, y'all. I'm Sasha. Somebody else talking?
I see.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, peace, y'all. I'm Sasha. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm Sasha. Ancestors, Shakita Josephs, Francis Bond. I'm just glad to be here, ready to tap into me, learn more about me, and dig deeper into spiritual journey that I'm on. So thank y'all for holding this space for us. I'm appreciative of it.
It's our honor.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here, taking the journey with us.
Yes.
Is there anyone else?
So
I think we may have hit everybody, but don't have me lying.
You didn't. Peace, everyone. I'm still trying to help with arts and crafts, but my name is Sinette. It's actually I was pregnant when I met Shatera, and Shatera, she was my doula, and I just love her.
Doula goddess.
You know what I'm saying? I just love her. So I had just gotten out the military. I was working, trying to get through the VA, and then of course I was still pregnant. So got out, had the baby. Not even 6 weeks after I had my baby, I had lost my brother and we're the same age, for a week. So we're not, fully a year apart. And I didn't know what to do. I was in Texas and I don't know the area. I've been there, but I don't know the area that well. And so I called Shatera and was like, hey, I need someone that can get me a reading. She said, hey, this is perfect, because she told me about y'all before, but y'all were still in Charlotte, I believe. And so she was like, hey, I have somebody here. Go ahead and set this appointment. So I set this appointment. And I remember y'all asked me, where are you at? And I said, I don't know. I am just lost. I don't have a clue. Like that's, I'm just here. Like, and then y'all really helped me out. I had my reading. I remember it. It's still close to my heart because of that, that particular reading. And then I've come back, and then, like I've had, my husband try to, come and stuff. And he's still more reluctant, but he's coming around. So I appreciate that.
My brother Desmond. Family.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
He even came to the retreat and stuff. And I just, love everything about y'all. I love the energy. And then I said, I need to go further than where I'm at right now in my life. So I was like, who else to share it with than you all? Because like it seems like y'all are eye to eye, and I just love the vibe, and I love the atmosphere and the aura around you all. So
thank you, Queen.
I came back.
Thank you.
I
who you talking with?
And the children be popping in too every now and again.
Oh, yeah. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even say my ancestors. I'm sorry, y'all.
Go ahead.
So my daddy and my mom is Annette Spear and Farnell Curtis. My grandma is Donna and Robert Fuhr. And then my great grandma would be Robert and Clara. And then on the other side, I have Horace Curtis and Ruthie Sapp.
Ashe. Welcome to your ancestors.
Ashe.
Welcome to all of the ancestors that have been named, known and unknown. The elevated ones.
Is there anyone else?
I'll go.
Okay, Lala.
Hey.
Hey, Lala.
Hey. So I'm Lakeisha Craft, ancestors of Omar and Dolores Craft, maternal grandparents, Bernice and Sylvester Hayes, paternal grandparents of Craigie and Adam Craft, great-grandparents, Nina Brown, and my great-grandmother on my mother's side was Colonial. I just can't remember what her last name was. But I started this journey a while ago when and I never finished it, and I don't know why, but I know for me, I want to come back to it because I feel like my, as successful as my life is going right now, for some reason, depression is hitting hard, and I don't know why. So I was so happy to see that you are offering this again, in hopes that it'll guide me to break out of the feelings that I'm totally having right now.
Okay.
So this time around, I plan to keep myself involved like I should have.
Yes.
The last time. But yeah, I'm a little emotional, so I'm gonna just stop right there.
All right.
I've been seeing you, Lala. You've been making your way, and I'm very, very proud of you. And I'm also proud that you came back.
Yes.
I'm also proud that you came back. And so, of course, like since you've been here, we've changed things a little bit. And so maybe it will come to you in a different type of way this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Get you in a different way. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank
so
you.
let's go. And we're going to get into all of that, what you've been feeling. Trust me.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get it.
Go.
Is there anyone else?
Yeah. Adrian Austin. I do not know y'all's protocol, but daughter of Wallace and Priscilla Lewis. Granddaughter of Winfield and Elsie Lester. And granddaughter of George and Queen Lewis.
Queen.
Right. I don't even, that's it.
Okay. You here, that's enough. You were here,
right.
That's enough. You know what I mean? Ashe, Queen.
Ashe. And Key?
Key?
Hi, I'm Key, the daughter of Anthony Mangum, Felicia Mahorn, the granddaughter of Angela Resto, the great-granddaughter of Inez Mahorn, and the granddaughter of Easley, and the baby cousin of Adrian Mahorn. I can't leave her out because she kind of pulled me here. I know she did when she transitioned. She brought my grandmother to me, and I was 7 when my grandmother passed, so I didn't know much about her. So now when I'm talking about it, my mom like, how you know, how you? So I know that's why I'm here. I'm here to do the work so I can help everybody else.
Yes.
Ashe.
Queen.
Ashe.
All right. Jason, you want to say anything, Jay?
Yeah. Second. How you guys doing? I'm Jason. I'm mother. Not mother. I'm son of Levy Wilson, Lori Daly, and, Philip Daly. I give peace to all the ancestors known and unknown. I stumbled upon Asantola and Conjure through a few things, but I stumbled up on them through my girl. And, she told me that they was good people because I have been searching for a house and searching for places to be and stuff and community. So when she was like, hey, check them out. And I have been watching, just like somebody else said I have been watching for a while. So I was like, okay, I'll try. So I went to a few retreats and here I am.
Here you are. And we brothers for life, Brother Jason.
Jason is so adopted. He don't even know how adopted he is. Oh my God.
Beautiful spirit.
Oh
and
my
soul,
God. Yo, like the last
beautiful
retreat,
spirit and soul.
he was just such a pillar for that last retreat that we were in. And I'm just
crazy though. So
it was amazing, wasn't it, Jason? But like the newbies, like, yo, y'all gonna get y'all opportunity because we are working towards the next one, and you're not gonna want to miss this one.
Oh no, we're not
gonna want to miss this.
We're not gonna miss it. Nobody that I'm bringing around is gonna miss it.
Ashe, Brother Jason, as you already know. Okay.
I think we covered everybody.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, so
I think we covered everybody.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
But we just want to welcome all of the benevolent ancestors that was named, known, and unknown into this space. And we just ask them to assist each and every one of us on this journey that we are taking together, that we have their full support along the way.
Ashe. Ashe, 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 yo. So I guess we're going to get into it. Welcome to the Etheric Touch Gateway Journey. This is our first class, which is the soul level class. Part of soul care level is level 1. And the first class is self-realization. I am. So we did the icebreaker. Self-care is how you take your power back. So let me just start off with explaining to you why the Etheric Touch is such a wonderful way to begin this process that we are currently in. So as somebody was speaking about how they've been feeling lately, right? This year, 2022 has come in with
major lessons.
It was like 2021, hold my beer. Let me show you how it's done, right? And so we all have been feeling the effects of the planetary alignments as this year has been carrying forth. This in the beginning, in January, we had a big conjunct of planets in Capricorn, as well as in Aquarius, that had us thinking about self-care, our self-love, our self-worth. We had trouble with communications, like everything that has been coming up since 2022 has been part of what we call an ego death. And this ego death had to, we had to go through this. We've had to go through these shadows, all these triggers, all these things have come up because of where we are in the gateway. One of the things that we want to be sure that we speak on for those of you who have already started your healing journey, and then those of you who are becoming, is that right now what is happening is that we are in the midst of a transformation of new earth into new earth, a shift into new earth. And indigenous cultures from the beginning of time, our ancestors have left on the walls and scribes speaking about what would be happening when it was time for us to be reborn again, from when it was time for the melanated people of the world to remember who they are. And so if you heard anything about 2012, my words, 2012, you remember they were talking about how it was the end of the world. It was actually a change of age. It was the change between the age of Pisces, which is I believe, to the age of Aquarius, which is I know. And so from 2012 to 2022, this is what we have been experiencing, which is that shift, the end of the way we knew things and the beginning of something new. And so right now, in the midst of all of these changes, what we are actually doing is shifting between dimensions. We're going back and forth between dimensions. And so all of these feelings, all of this intensity
coming up
of emotions, these old things coming up, these shadows had to come up in order for our frequencies to lighten, right? To raise, for us to be more light, less dense and more condensed, in order for us to be able to transform into or ascend into this new earth that is being born. And so what is really exciting about the Etheric Touch, this session, is the way the classes are set up. It will take us right into the portal, the Lionsgate portal, where we will actually be in the actual energy of this new earth.
Yes, and like it's very interesting because coming into 2021, before 2021 came in, I told Oshuntola, for those of that that was with us then, y'all remember I told Oshuntola, like, yo, this year we're gonna renew our vows. Going into 2021, that we will renew our vows, and then like taking that journey leading up to that actual time of renewing our vows, like understanding that it was more than just renewing our vows, it was us performing the ritual that will begin the renewing process of the world, like of this whole planet. And it's very interesting because before 2022 came in, Oshuntola was speaking like, yo, like this year we're going to have a baby, like this is the year of rebirth. And then heading on that journey, and then the way that things were revealed to us, and we're still on that journey now, to where we understand like, yo, it's more than just a rebirth. Like far as y'all having a baby, like we're talking about the renewal of earth, like of the way we see this reality, like of our very being, like who we are, being renewed, being born again. Like this is what this year is about. Like from that Lionsgate to this Lionsgate that we're heading into, this Lionsgate is literally about that rebirth happening on earth as we make our way to it. And so you're going to hear us explain a lot more about this Lionsgate energy and what this really means, and the reason why we all came together during this time of this point of the journey. Absolutely. Until we get to that point and realize how much of like, yo, they weren't just talking, because those that know we live these things out. We live them out. Like we live these prophecies, these oracles out, and this right here is not going to be any different. And so we're going to live this experience out together, and today is the beginning of that journey. So
absolutely,
let's get to it.
So one of the things I do just want to make sure I make note of is that originally we were saying that the class will be 1 hour long for 24 weeks. In order to get us through the gateway journey on time, we have condensed that into 12 weeks again, but it will still be every other week. So every other week we will be meeting on Sunday at 1 p.m. and we will go all the way up until right before the Lionsgate, and then we will be having a retreat. We will talk to you all about that later, but I just wanted to make sure that I said that out loud because we're already almost at 2. So self-care is how you take your power back. Self-care is how you take your power back. One of the things that society has taught us is that we are to take care of everybody else, and we tend to put ourselves on the back burner. But in actuality, you are the most important person in your life. There is nobody more important than you are. And so one of the things that we are lacking is how to truly take care of ourselves. What does that look like? How do we take care of our souls? Most of us are not even aware that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so with that understanding and the way we move about this program is from that perspective of us being a spiritual being having a human experience. And so it is really important to begin with understanding how to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Self-love is never selfish.
It's the foundation. It's the foundation. And the reason being, I know we all understand that everything else is going to be a reflection of our own personal well-being on a mental, spiritual, or physical level. So we have to start there. Like nothing is gonna, reflect like healing or things changing in your life in the ways that we want them to go. The only way that's gonna happen is if that is actually happening in our own personal life. Like we are the foundation of everything else. And so we have to get that right first. If we're talking about healing, we want to see healing in the world, like that begins with us. We want to see healing in our families, that begins with us. And so really understanding how important self-care is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's go.
You are one with nature.
Yes.
Mother Earth is sick. She's being plagued by a disease no one seems to care about. And what is this disease? It is humans. We take from Mother Earth without giving. We eat from her, yet feed her our waste. We cut into her lungs, the trees, making it more difficult to breathe. We do not honor the elements that sustain us. We pollute into our environment. In essence, what we are doing this to ourselves. Yes. From a spiritual perspective, we are reflecting our inner worlds onto our outer environment. From Mother Earth to heal, we must heal our inner world.
Yes, and that's like we've been talking about, like we are nature. Like the things that we see humanity doing to nature, we are only truly like, this is a reflection of what we are doing to ourselves. Like we have to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like it spoke about the trees being the lungs of the planet. So like what's going to happen when we don't have any more fresh air to breathe? You know what I'm saying? Like how is that going to impact us? You know what I mean? They talk about how the water is being polluted, like the oceans. So many of the oceans are dying, like from the waste and just all the things that they pour into even the ocean, but or just water period. But what's going to happen when we have no more water to drink? They're putting all these toxins in the earth where our food grows from. You know what I'm saying? All these toxins is in the earth, but what's going to happen when the foods are so toxic that we can no longer eat them or consume them? Like, how is that going to impact us? So we have to understand the reflection, family. Like we are nature. We depend on nature. Nature sustains our life. Like we are here to honor nature. You know what I mean? But the only way that we're going to honor nature and the way that we are supposed to is to understand that I am nature. And the way that I take care of nature is a reflection of how I take care of myself. Because, you know, like we are one. We are one. And so this is an understanding that we have to have, about this reality that we exist in. We are not separate from it. We are here because it's here.
Yes.
If this planet, if this earth was to drop from beneath our feet, like what would, if it ceased to exist, like what would we be at? You know what I mean? So we are here with this, and we have to be able to identify the fact that we are here with nature, that we are here with this universe. We're not separate from it, that we are one with it. Everything that this universe is outwardly is who we are inwardly. Like who we are is who we are too. And so this is something that we have to embrace on this journey.
Absolutely. Oops. Never mind. Okay. When you understand that you are a soul, then you will experience life as an expression of the soul.
Yes, and that's very important to understand. Like how many of us truly understand that we are a soul, an immortal, eternal soul that would exist forever. What does the word soul mean? The word soul means sun. The mind is equivalent, or the soul is equivalent to the sun. You know what I mean? And so like, this is what we have to understand. Like we have to, we have to identify ourselves through nature. Like we know our body is the earth. We understand that. Where does this earth come from? The earth that we walk on every day. We know that how much, like what 75% water, like, but what the our body, but what's the source of this water? It comes from the earth. We know that our spirit is a spirit of light. Like what's the light of this world? The sun. We know that the air that we breathe is oxygen, but where is the source of this oxygen? It's in the atmosphere. It's in the atmosphere. So we are these things. And so we have to be able to identify those things, like ourselves, from the truth of who it is that we actually are. And this is what changes everything, family. We can't stay in these lower level perceptions of who it is that we think we are. It's time for us to raise the vibration of that, raise the levels of consciousness of that. When we're talking about the chakra system, we have to elevate literally into that soul level of awareness. We have to do that. Like we can't stay in these low levels of perception of who it is that we think we are, because who it is we think we are in most cases is destroying us. It's destroying us. So this is, we have to wake up.
One of the things that just came to mind was The Matrix. And you're going to hear us reference all kinds of different movies, but The Matrix is just one of our favorites. And what he says is, you've been living in a fairyland, Neo, and it's time for you to take, it's time for you to wake up from that fairyland, right? We have been living in our egos. We have been walking around thinking of ourselves as individuals. We have only been thinking about who it is, what it is that I want, what it is that I need, what it is that I'm doing. When you start to characterize, when you start to understand yourself as a soul, what happens is you stop looking at yourself as the individual and you start to look at yourself as a whole. And then so when a lot of times, if you've been following us on Facebook, you'll see me say reflection. You are my reflection because your soul reflects my soul.
Oh, your spirit is one and the same as mine. You know what I mean? Like we're not sharing in separate spirits of life. We're all sharing in the same spirit of life. It's a spirit of life within nature that we all share in. It's not separate. So when we understand that we are spiritual beings that's having a human experience, so when I look at you, I truly only see a reflection of myself. And so like that has to happen, because that's where the love is going to be born for one another from.
Yes.
It's from that understanding, like, we are different expressions of the same life.
Yes.
Of the same life. And we have to understand these things through interaction and the way that we interact with one another. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But that still only begins with yourself. So if you cannot connect with your own soul, if you cannot connect with your own spirit, then you cannot recognize the spirits around you. You know what I'm saying? As a reflection of yourself. As a reflection of yourself.
Yeah, but that has to be done.
And one of the things that, in indigenous cultures throughout the world, this is something that before even conception, you would be trained in, you would be programmed to. In our world, we have been disconnected from that. You know what I'm saying? We've been disconnected. And so now we're catching up, which I don't say catching up because you're right on time, except for the fact that I want you to understand that the reason why we don't know this is not our programming now. This is the way of the ancients. This is the way of the indigenous. They would already know what soul was coming into the body and prepare for that soul. And then whatever that soul's destiny was, the entire community, the entire village was assisting and ensuring that that destiny was completed in this lifetime. You create your reality. Let me move this. Yes. You create your reality. Our goal should be to tap into the power to create the life we desire. There are so many people suffering from depression, hopelessness, and despair. These states lead people to numb themselves and operate on autopilot. Instead, why not tap into the incredible creative potential, what creates the force and the excitement to light up the joy of our souls. When we discover what our souls yearn for, we can take steps that will lead towards manifesting a life filled with meaning and passion. It's our responsibility. It means we must cultivate our own ability to imagine our desired outcome. Our imagination is used all the time to create our life, but not properly focusing our imagination, as taught by ancient indigenous cultures, we are manifesting a life of chaos and confusion.
And so That's very important. Like if we don't understand that we are creating our own reality through the things that we think and the way that we use our imagination, then more times than not, we're going to create a lot of chaos in our life to experience. But once we understand that we are the sole creators of the reality that we exist in, like, yo, like that's part of taking your power back, knowing how to, I'm about to turn this off. As soon as you get to doing something, people want to call you. Knowing how to think, like knowing the proper ways to think, knowing the proper things to imagine, because whether or not you are conscious of the power of your imagination and you just sitting back and you just allowing your imagination to run wild, you are creating your next experience. You just letting your thoughts be all over the place. You are creating your very next experience. Like we can't, we can't be the word afraid is not the word, but we have to understand the importance of taking this power back, like the power of what we allow ourselves to think about, the power that we, you know what I mean, the power that, you know, we take control of our imaginations, like what we allow our imagination to go through, the understanding that this is the power that creates all realities. All realities start from imagining first.
It's a thought. It
had to be seen. This very reality that we exist in is through imagining. And once we understand that life itself is imagination, like this reality that we exist in, we know it's only energy, right? We know it's only atoms vibrating at a certain level of vibration, that this reality appears condensed, that we appear condensed. But we know, they taught us that early in school about the atoms, the electrons, the protons, everything is at the foundation of all material existence, which is only energy. And so the goal is literally when you raise your vibration, then you transform your whole experience or your whole world, or just the way you see the reality around you, that we have the power to raise our vibration because we are all only energy. Like, hold that mind state about yourself, because these are the facts. These are the facts.
It's really a beautiful thing to recognize and realize that you create your own reality. Yes. Like, things are not happening to you. You actually have the power to infuse into your experience what it is that you want. What it is that you want by being able to tap into the creative potential of the universe.
And we see it all around us, right? Like, look at all the things that exist within nature. That's creativity. That's creativity. It's all around us. It's everywhere we look. I'm looking out my window right now at red flowers. You know what I'm saying? But that's creativity of the universe.
Yes.
So it's everywhere. So the question is that how tapped into it are you, or how aware are you of this creative power? Because whether you are conscious or unconscious of it or not, you are still creating from these very same powers, the powers of what you were thinking or your imagination. Whether or not it's out of control or whether or not you have that shit in tune and check, you're creating constantly.
And so many times when people start the etheric touch, one of the things that we hear is that I feel empty, or I feel disconnected, or I've hit a brick wall, or any of those type of things. And a lot of times that's the autopilot. And what we are actually disconnected from is our own spirit, is our own soul, is our own creative potential. You know what I'm saying? And so in this process, what we are doing is reminding you of your power. Yeah. We are helping you to remember this is not anything that is new to anybody that is here, even if the words feel new to you right now. It is because this has always been your way of life. And so now is the time for you to remember who it is that you are and what you have the power to achieve in your life when you are able to understand certain concepts. Thought becomes things. Thoughts becomes things. You have to have the thought. You have to be able to have the idea of something before it can manifest its reality.
And so why that's important, and then we're going to move on, because whether or not you choose to take control of this or not,
it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening. Your thoughts are going to create your reality. The things that you imagine are going to create your experience. It's going to create your world. Whether or not you want to take control of that or not, it's happening.
To fully express your soul is your birthright. This is part of the reason I do not believe in introverts. To fully express your soul is your birthright. The Creator manifested this world, giving humans the power to manifest beauty with each step and each breath. We are the reflection of the creative force of the universe and have unlimited creative potential. It is essential to explore and release any self-sabotaging beliefs which live so strongly within. The sabotaging beliefs rooted in our unconsciousness override our desires and begins to destroy our work. If you fully engage your imagination while the unconscious tells you your practice will be unsuccessful, it's like driving a car with one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brake at the same time. You will not move forward. Your efforts will keep stalling out.
And so we have to, like, part of this process of things that are going to come up are these self-sabotaging beliefs that we hold about ourselves, about life. Like, these things have to come up. Like, we have to purge ourselves from this. And you know, the reason why we have to do that is because if we don't do that, then we always going to be in some lower level perception of who it is that we think we are. But if we can purge ourselves from all of these things and stand in the light of who it is that we are, go out on this earth and stand on this earth and say to yourself, I am here. Like, that is the right perception. Like I'm on this planet, like I'm here in this universe, like it's planets all around me, but I'm on this one, like floating through a space. Like, who am I that's having this experience? So like, this is the clarity of ourselves that we have to come back to, because so many sabotaging things have synced or made its way into our consciousness. And we have to purify these things out of that so we can stand in the light of who it is we actually are. You know what I mean? Because we are here and we have to deal with that. Like, we are here on this earth, in this space, on this planet, experiencing the sun, experiencing rain when it falls, everything that's happening here within earth, within this reality, we experience it too. Why? Because we are here. And so the question has to be asked, like, who am I that's here, that's experiencing this, that has been given this opportunity to experience this? And so that brings us back into the clarity of who it is we actually are. And so we can live our life from that place.
One of the beautiful things is to fully express your soul is your birthright.
Yes.
It is your birthright to express your soul. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear many people, I've only met one person that was, I believe, a real true introvert out of all the students that we've taught. And one of the things that the reasons why I feel like introversion is a illusion is because many times the reason why we are introverted is because we think we're shy. And I used to think I was shy too, believe it or not. We think we're shy. And the reason we think we're shy is because our thoughts, what are the things that we have been trying to express from childhood all the way up until adulthood has been shut down at some point, which makes us feel as if what we feel like is not supposed to be expressed. So we keep it to ourselves. This is part of our self-sabotaging beliefs. So now that we are adults, that same little girl who was that somebody was telling to be quiet when they was trying to express these questions that they had that are naturally occurring questions, it was shut down, and we believe that same little girl is being shut down today. But you have the right to fully express your soul.
Oh boy, we got near.
You have the right to that unlimited creative potential will heal the aspects of you that feel that you are shy or feel as if that you do not have the right to express the truth of who you are. That's what self-sabotaging beliefs do. And so in this process, what we are doing is dispelling, we are unconditioning, we are deprogramming ourselves from those things that we believe about ourselves in order that we are able to fully express our souls, because that is our true living birthright.
Because it's needed. The universe needs it.
It created you for that purpose. It created you for the purpose of being beauty in every step you take. It created you for that purpose of showing your power in every breath that you take. That's your purpose here. That's part of it. And so it is your right to fully express it. So as we continue to move through this journey that we are on, please remember that it is your right to fully express your soul. Devotion to spiritual practices will allow you to discover new layers of yourself beyond the personality to the depths of your soul. In time, there will be an increase in the capacity to identify what has meaning to the soul. in collaboration with benevolent spirits as well as life experience. Your purpose is revealed while you engage in the life you dream for yourself and the planet. With consistency and persistence, the divine plan will manifest for you and the planet, and you will begin to surrender the outcome to spirit.
Like consistency, like it's so much like in life, like on a daily basis, that are here to distract or just put our minds somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like away from like what we truly supposed to be focused on. And it's talking about a practice. Like, what is a practice? A practice, like I could use the same word ritual for that. You know what I mean? Something that we do on a daily basis or a continual basis that's always going to produce a result, whether we are conscious of that or not. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take control of what we practice on a daily basis. Like, we can't continue to do things from this unconscious level thinking that it's not going to have any real impact on our life. So whenever we can take control of the things that we practice or the rituals that we do on a daily basis with an intention for why we are doing these things, this is how we produce the results that we truly desire for ourselves, instead of always finding ourselves in some kind of situation that's crazy. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did this come about? But that came about from your thoughts, your actions, and your deeds. It didn't come from any other place. So this is a power, like we're talking about powers, family, that we have to take back control of to truly create the reality that we want to exist in, because it's not going to come from anywhere else but you or me. But we have to take control of ourselves. This is about taking control of ourselves and understanding the powers that are our birthright that we possess. We have to understand these things. Like, we can no longer be in a la-la land. We can't be lost souls anymore. It's time for us to wake up so we can experience our soul's desire, our heart, like, you know what I'm saying? Experience those things in our life instead of it always being some tragedy or some fucked up shit that we have to go through. It don't have to be like that.
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be like that. One of the things that you'll hear us say is, if you practice the techniques of the etheric touch, you will see a change in your life.
Definitely.
It's going to be evident. And this is not a judgment. And I want to make sure we say this is a judgment-free zone. Like, this is not a judgment. It is always obvious when you do the work.
Always.
It is always obvious when you do the work. And it's not for me to, and I'm not coming, like, we don't chase behind people about the work. We don't chase behind you. Like, it's up to you. You have your choices. That's the beauty in all of this, is free will. Like, you can choose to put the work in or you could choose not to, but it's always evident.
It's always
because that devotion to your practice, that devotion towards what it is that gives your, like, lights up your soul, is resonating from your entire being. Like, a lot of times when people come in and they say, oh, we seen you with something about your energy, it's the work.
It's the work.
It's the devotion. It's the devotion to ourselves. It's the devotion to our ancestors. It's the devotion that people see. That's the energy to the changing. And so, like, when you begin this, it's like, you may not feel like at first things are changing, but understand with that consistency and persistence, you will see the change. You will see it. And then what happens is you start aligning with what the divine has planned. You know what I'm saying? And
the divine self.
Right. And you can start to surrender to your higher self, your Ori, to spirit. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe. Like, you may feel like you're soul searching now, but actually you're answering the call of your soul in this practice.
And all the answers are already there.
Alchemy is a medieval chemical science or speculative philosophy. I don't like speculative. It's not speculative. It's true and living. Absolutely. Aiming to achieve the transmutation of base metals into gold, the discovery of a universal cure for disease, and the discovery of means of indefinitely prolonging life. Alchemy is a power or a process that changes or transforms something into a mysterious or impressive way. Wow. An inexplicable or mysterious transmuting.
Yo, like, and that's deep. Like, but we have to begin to understand, like, we are alchemy. Like, the very manifestation of our being is alchemy, because what we have is like we have different elements working in a unison, combining in a synergy. in a synchron, like a synergy that allows us to exist. Like we are earth, air, fire, and water. Earth in itself is its own thing. Fire in itself, water, air in itself, like they are their own things, but these things have come together in alchemy or synergy or harmony between one another. And now we exist because we are composed of these elements working in a synergy, working in this alchemical way, you know what I mean, to produce us, that we may exist, because we know that we are all these different things combined to exist. Like this is who we are. Like life is alchemy. And what is alchemy? The ability to take one thing and change it into another. So if we don't take the power to take the situations that we find ourselves in now to change it into something else, yo, we have that power. And so we have to utilize that, because that's what we are all doing. We are taking the situations that we are in, and then we're going to take that thing and then we're going to transform it into something else. We can't use anything else other than what we know we are working with, our situation. We have to use our situation. And if it's something unfavorable, then we have to change it into something favorable. Or we have to understand that we have the power to do that. We are alchemists. And so we don't know we're alchemists, then we're not going to be able to change the thing. Like, you know, people think things are never going to change, or they can't change something. But if you understand that you are the alchemist, then you know there's nothing that you can't change. We just need to know the process of how something changes. That's it. And so whatever situation that we find ourselves in now, whether we look at it as however we looking at it, but we know it can be better, like we know it can be greater, but we also have to know that we have the power to create that, to manifest that. We have to know our power of alchemy, the power of alchemy, or the alchemist that we are, so we can begin to change our situations, right? And so that's just life itself. And so just let me throw this in right here. They say that originally that man and woman, like the state that we fell from, is this state of like the pure gold of the sun. Yeah. Like gold, like we are all worth our weight in gold. But what happened is that we began to have this fall in consciousness to change, because we know that the body is filled with all kind of different metals. We got tin, we got copper, we got all the metals are within the body. But they say these metals like tin, copper, aluminum, these are base metals, or these metals falling into their lower nature, and their original nature being the vibration of the sun. And so in our fall of consciousness, these metals that was once all golden turned into tin, copper, all of these other different metals that we possess now. But the whole goal is to take these base metals of ourselves and transform them through this alchemical process into their true nature, which is pure gold. So this is a personal work, family, because we are all worth our weight in what? Gold. And we have to get back to that golden vibration of ourselves, which produces the halo above the head. We have to understand this as a personal work. We have to know that we are alchemists, so we can begin the alchemy in our own personal life and state of being, family. We have to understand
the power to transform into
ourselves.
Something mysterious.
Yes, just like you take water, you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to become ice. You take it in the freezer, it's going to become ice. You take that ice, you put it on the stove, it's going to become water again, then it's going to become steam.
We get there.
You understand? This is what we're here to do.
So it's really an interesting thing, right? So what does that tell us? Right now, the majority of people on the planet is operating from a base metal perspective.
A base perspective,
like
lowest
iron,
chakra.
You know what I'm saying? Like
base.
Mercury. You know what I'm saying? Base metal
base
perspective.
Level.
And so through this alchemical process, you get the opportunity to transform yourself from the inside out,
basic,
into gold, yo. Into gold. But you know, I be excited, y'all. Like, yo, it'd be like, y'all don't even know. I know it's something that you don't know about who you are, but you're getting ready to show us what I already know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That process, yo. It's an amazing thing. And alchemy, it is taught that we are all seeds of golden light, working within and through the dense darkness inside. The personal work of transforming dark states of consciousness into states filled with golden light is the most important work that can be done.
Yes.
When engaging in your personal transmutation practices, you create healing for yourself. As your inner world begins to reflect out to the outer world, Mother Nature, you are healing the planet and all of life that inhabits
That's
it.
deep.
In deep and lasting ways, when we heal ourselves, we heal the world.
That's deep. So we all know that we find ourselves in this place of darkness of who it is that we actually are. But what can we do other than take that darkness that we found ourselves in and change it into light? What else can we do but that? Like, this is what this is about. This is about changing the darkness into the light. We can't just get stuck in light. Why? Because in darkness, because people just like embrace and accept the darkness, even though the light exists. It's not dark outside all day. What happens? The light shines. So the light is here too. So that comes to be a choice. Like, you can remain in the darkness or you can step into the light and experience that as well, because we understand that the darkness have its purpose too. Everything is born from it. We understand that, but we can't stay. Like, imagine if a woman was pregnant and she just carried the baby around for the rest of her life. Like, yo, that baby got to come into the light. You know what I'm saying? And so we find ourselves in this darkness, but it's not for us to remain in this darkness. Once we recognize that we are in darkness, that's the moment that we start seeking the light as well.
You can go into get the coffee. It's already like
right.
Okay, yeah. So one of the beautiful things, right, is that, like, let's go back to what we have been feeling in 2022. Have we not been feeling this darkness? Have we not been feeling this shadow work? Have we not been feeling these triggers? Have we not been feeling these, like, this really deep, dark, emotional, mental, physical experiences? So one of the things I want to just make sure that I tell you all is be encouraged, have hope, because we are literally turning our dark spaces into light. We get the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Many times when we think about our healing journey, like, we don't even think about ourselves most of the time. We usually think about other people before we think about ourselves, but nothing can happen until you work on yourself first. You are a living example of the healing work, the healing journey, the sacred work that has been given to you. It says the most important work that you can do is literally transforming that darkness within into light. But you can't be afraid to go into the dark in order to be the light. In order to be the light.
Light don't fear the darkness. And one thing that I heard Ocean Tola say is that hope. And like, we all still have, like, we have this hope, like, never let go of hope. And if you know anything about the tarot, the hope card is what? The star card. It's like the dawning card. So we start off with hope, or the dawning of the sun. And then that hope grows like into something like full-fledged, like this knowing that we possess now. Just think of the sun at noonday, like at its greatest power, but that always start off from hope of a new day. And so that's what hope signifies, is the potential of a new day for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And so even with what we have been experiencing in 2022, what I like to call that is an ego death. We are experiencing an ego death, and what we are doing as we work through this journey of etheric touch is bringing light to that darkness.
We're gonna get into it.
Life without meaning. Life without meaning leads to a life of despair. Many people uphold the status quo, leaving them feeling empty and disconnected. It is important to discover what you are passionate about doing, what activities have meaning for you. Loving your life helps to pull you out of darkness. The love for life will always light the way, carrying you through turbulent times. When we dull ourselves and lose passion for life, the light dies in our eyes. Many people do not know what the purpose of life is, essentially playing roles without true connection. Without passion and excitement for what we are doing in life, we start to move in a place of depression and despair.
Okay, I just want to say that if you want me to start reading, I don't got no problem with reading.
You can't read any. You read worse than me. You read worse than me. So without a purpose. Excuse me, sir. Without a purpose, life is motion without meaning, activity without direction, and events without reason.
Okay, so, yo, like how many of us are able right now to close our eyes and just go into this ecstatic place that has nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that we have life? That we have life. Like, let your mind go deep into the fact that we are alive right now. What is, like, because it's going to open up, like, what is life? Like, where did it come from? Like, it's a great mystery, but we have it right now. Beyond anything else, just from that place alone, feel the life that's in you. Allow that to waken up within you, because most people's life is very, like, the flame is going out and shit. The flame is going out. Think of it as an oil lamp. Like, the oil is being, like, used up, it's not being replenished, and that light is dimming. You know what I'm saying? But to really experience and feel this force, this power, this vitality that we have given the word life, that we are sharing in right now, that we are able to have all of the experiences that we have had thus far from being alive. And so just think about that, because it's these things, like, yo, this is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. Like, this is the basics of life, because each and every one of us know right now that we are alive. So ask the question to yourself, what is life? And how can I get to know it more? Because I don't never want to be without it. I don't want life to go away. I want to bring more and more and more life into myself. But we have to be able to identify life first, and that is ours, and not let anything take that away.
One of the things that, we do is we fall into our titles, right? I am a mother, I am a wife, I am an employee, I am this, I am that.
Yes.
And we could be very unpassionate about all of those things.
Unpassionate.
I am not happy in my marriage. Not literally, I'm completely
I know
happy
you ain't talking about this marriage right here. I already know that. So
but I am not happy as a wife. I am not happy.
I keep my wife happy.
I am not happy as a mother.
Really?
I am not happy as an employee. And that pulls away from my life force energy. It drains the life out of you when you cannot find a place of passion in your life. And so, but on the other hand, when you do something you're truly passionate about, name it.
You up.
If you're a dancer and you're ready to twerk, it lights that ass up. Tell me it don't. You know what I'm saying?
It gives you energy.
Does it not?
Because you're passionate about it. It's something that your spirit and soul truly wants to do and truly wants to express. And so that's why it's important that we do those things that we love. Like, we can't let the mundane shit of life, the routine shit of life, keep us away from those things that we are passionate about. We have to begin to create more and more space for those things, because these are the things that make us feel alive. These are the things that make us feel alive, family, versus those things that that makes us feel that our life is being drank away. Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
You are so wise.
I'm just saying.
Self-realization, I am. Self-realization is about freeing yourself. Freedom begins with your imagination. Open yourself up to the unlimited potential of your own nature. Self-realization means it's you. It's because of you that I cannot read today. Self-realization means to know truth through yourself and not through others. By seeking God first through self-realization, all things strengthen, power, prosperity, wisdom, health, and immortality will be added unto you.
Yes.
Come on, y'all. All you
have to do is understand that I am, and then understand what that I am really means. Because when we understand what that I am, or that spirit of consciousness inside of us, when we truly know that, then it's going to extend far beyond ourselves. It's going to extend into the people, like it's going to extend into everything that we see. The people that we see, the animals that we see, the things we see growing, this entire universe. It's going to, when we're talking about the self, that I am presence, that life is throughout all of existence. So in actuality, there's no thing that we don't have the ability to experience from the very fact that we share in the same life that everything else does. Like, what is it that we cannot experience? The only thing that we have to do is to allow ourselves to expand. I know. Allow ourselves, our consciousness to expand. We don't want our consciousness to constrict. We want it to expand until it encompasses, until we can hold within our consciousness all of creation. Oh, no, not these limited things that we hold within our consciousness, these basic things that we hold within our consciousness. But when we get to the point that we can hold all of creation within our consciousness, y'all understand? Because we are all things. We are all things.
What an amazing thing, though, right? So, like, so much of our lives have been conditioned to what it is other people believe, who it is you are to be. As a young child, you were told that you had to go to church every Sunday. That's what you were told. You have to believe in this way of life. You have to do these things. But the truth of who it is that you are can only be felt within yourself, within your entire being. You get to define that. But you have to realize that before you can define it, and it's not based on anybody else, what anybody else is telling you about who it is that you are. Mm-hmm. This is a period of self-discovery. Be excited. Self-discovery. This is a period of self-exploration. Be excited. It is a time where you get to feel what it means to really tap into God within yourself. The fullness of who you are. God within yourself, the fullness of who you are, this unlimited potential of who it is that you are. You get to tap into that. And that's outside of any title. That's outside of any title that you hold. And so it's just a really beautiful thing. Like, yo, get amped up, yo. Like, there's a reason why. There's a reason why we are amped up today, yo. There's a reason why. Anytime we have the opportunity to assist you to realize who you are, and ourselves too, and then it brings in it's the realization, it's the reminder of our own journeys. You know what I'm saying? It's the reminder of where we were and who we are and where we began, and that journey of understanding. And then when you are truly passionate about who it is that you are, you know what I'm saying? It resonates. Yeah. It radiates. You know what I'm saying? You begun like that aura field that you walk in starts to increase, and it can be felt in the room when you walk into the room. It's nothing you have to say. It's nothing you have to do. It's just who you are. Yeah. It's just who you are, and being able to tap into that power, y'all. Like, I'm excited. Think of a person that you truly admire for their deeds, character, patience, tirelessness, optimism, and courage. Geniuses can thrive in any environment. Your natural genius makes you a joyous human being. Yes. Our higher purpose is to be radiant for no reason other than being alive. Your genius can only emerge out of inner radiance. Yes. What does not bring true joy is not your genius. Your genius is the soil which your higher purpose grows. Your DNA is the wormhole. Yes. It contains a code when activated, and opens you up to the genius of the entire universe. So what are we talking about here? Genius. Like, we have to understand that genius comes from what word? We got that next. Okay, that's next. So that's how I'm going to have to explain this. Unless you're going to explain it in a different kind of way. No, go ahead. Like, we are all born geniuses. Like, genius come from the word what? Genes. So this is talking about when you truly know yourself, the genius that produces. Like, when you know yourself, we are all born that. So this is only about getting to know yourself. That's it, on a genetic, cellular level, because once we understand ourselves from those levels, then that automatically connects us to the universe around us. Like, this is the building blocks of all creation. You know what I'm saying? And so to understand yourself produces that genius naturally, because it's really not anything that you can't do whenever I'm acting like you. I'm acting like you, sir. Genius is something that should be innate when we can look within this universe, within nature, and see all that we have already done. One of the issues is that we don't think that we've done this universe, this nature. We don't think that we've done this.
And now we got ourselves and all these, I can't do this, but I can do that. I can't do this. When the reality is you can do all things. Like that's part of the awakening because you have already done it.
What's really interesting, well, what I want to encourage right now in this moment is that what we are doing through this process is activating that DNA.
Yes.
We're activating those strands of DNA within yourself in order to activate that DNA. That genius, that junk DNA, that dark matter.
Junk DNA.
You know what I'm saying? That, like, you know, scientists only talk about 10% of the brain, but we're activating the other 90%. What could you do when you activate the other 90% of your brain?
And I feel like a lot of us are way past that 10% now.
Of course, we're way past 10% now. But you know what I'm saying? But then, in addition to that, when we talk about DNA, you only hear about 2 strands when actually there's 12.
12 strands.
12 strands of DNA that needs to be activated, yo. Yes. So it's not even like you can't even going through this process. That's why it's continuous. That's why it's persistent. That's why it has to be consistent because there's 12 other strands of DNA that has to be activated. It's not just the one and done type of thing. This is a journey. This is the journey of your life. This is the transformation of your life and your lifestyle. This is the activation of magic within you. That's not a hidden, what is it? A hit it and quit it type of situation. It's a love affair. It's an internal love affair that is being activated within you right now in this moment to activate that creative genius within you. This radiance has no choice but to shine. You have no choice but to be joyous and happy because this all has to do with you and nobody but you.
Yes.
You are a genius and the world needs you.
No doubt.
You are a living genius. Every human being is born a genius. Everything you need is already inside you. Your higher purpose in life is to share your genius with the world.
Yes.
What is genius? The original root of genius is gene.
Yes.
Genius, special connection to the word gene, is one of the reasons is that it is associated with certain special people with a genetic hereditary gift of intelligence and intellect.
Yeah, and this is why some people like, yo, rich people, a lot of times they create babies through like, they do like, making sure the baby got specific genes and like, you know what I mean? Like things like that. Like they be working with even having babies from that level, you know what I'm saying? But it's just still tapping into the importance of us understanding ourselves from a genetic level. So this is why we have to go into our ancestors and things like that, our history and our heritage, because this is waking, sleeping genetics up, you know what I'm saying? So we can be the fullness of who it is that we are versus this limited. You know what I mean? Like they slice things up. They try to separate us, like cut the body up and put the body different parts on different places of the planet. You know what I mean? Like that's what they deal with us.
That's right.
You know what I mean? On a genetic level. And so this is putting ourselves literally back together again in order to what? Remember who it is that we are. Put the parts back together. Put yourself back together again. Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, but he got to be put back together. You know what I'm saying? That's us.
If you recognize right now that everything you need is already inside you, put it in the chat. I just want you to say yes in the chat. Like I already know everything I need is inside of me. If you have researched any of the indigenous tribes throughout history, whether it is Egyptians, Mayans, Olmecs, the Native Americans of this land, Amazons, our homie, any of the different cultures throughout time, and you can resonate with the enormities of the accomplishments that have been left behind for you to remember. If you go into the Etheric Touch group, there is a video in there that's called the Africans of Asia. And the Africans of Asia, they actually wrote on the wall, walls, who it is that they were at the time, what it was that these people who they termed themselves as gods, the Naga, they termed themselves as gods. They showed you who they were. They showed you what the gods would go through. They would go through a fall or a crucifixion, slavery.
All of that is on
all of this is on the walls. And then it also shows you what it would look like when they awaken to or remember who they are.
Yeah, so
you are that genius.
And so in other words, it's about, because everybody looks back on our history. Every culture looks back on our history because they know this is the foundation history. So they're asking, even though they know it's us, like what happened to these people? Like these people have become a dead people. These people that have erected these civilizations that can't be matched. But what's going to happen? The world is going to see these people reborn right before their eyes. It's us.
It's us, yo.
You're going to see these people reborn.
Why do you?
And so this is literally the resurrection.
Why do you think that every single culture on the planet emulates us here in the United States?
We are
the Black people of the United States. Why every other culture on the planet emulates us? It's because we are the true mothers and fathers of the planet.
And when you look at it, the world is not trying to emulate what they're doing in Africa, like the Africans in Africa. They're looking at the ones in America. Like they're looking at the ones that's here. Like they're not looking to see what Africa doing. Like we set the trends. Like we put the direction of the way, the fashion, just everything. Like they look to us. It's something special and unique about us. Even if you want to look at it and say that they went and got the best of the best and brought the best of the best here. But we influence the world, the direction of it.
Can you imagine how much work has come to make sure that we, us, the ones that are here, have been disconnected from our roots? Like we're the ones that got disconnected from our roots. We're the ones that don't have a culture. We're the ones that don't have spiritual practice. We're the ones that are borrowing our programming from our captors, our oppressors. We're the ones. So what happens when we awaken to who it is we truly are?
And how important that is, like when we
for
understand
the world.
Roots, like I was kind of touched on last night, when we understand roots and knowing that everything is based off of that. And when they took our culture away, what they was actually doing was uprooting us, and anything that you go and snatch up out of a garden, and it's not going to do nothing but wither and die. So whenever they disconnected us from our heritage and our culture, they were literally uprooting us. So the only choice that we have is to go back and reconnect ourselves to our roots, family, which is what they call your history. Your history is known as what? Your roots. And so this is something that we can't skip. This is something that we have to do. We can't allow them to cause us to fear our own culture anymore, because they put names on it, witchcraft and paganism and all these things, that create movies and different things to scare us away from those things that they know would tap us back into our power, which they do not want to awaken the sleeping giant, family. They do not want to awaken the sleeping giant, and they can look back in our history and say and know that these people come from giants, because look what they have already done. They know this, so they put so much into keeping us asleep through the music, through the television, through these projects, what neighborhoods, projects, like they put so much into that to keep us asleep, but it's not working, because out of all of that, a chosen few are gonna rise and put this shit all back together again for everyone else, and that's who we are.
Please mute yourselves.
That's who we are, family. That's our work, and it's a hard work. But we built for it. Go ahead.
In ancient traditions, the mothers teach we live in an abundant universe. Aligned with our inner divine spirit, we can manifest all we need for our highest good. This is true teaching. This true teaching is how we align with benevolent spiritual forces. All is possible even when conditions do not seem right to our rational and conditioned minds. For in the world of spirits, there is only abundance. The creator and benevolent spirits join and work with us in collaboration and cooperation. From this perspective, we work in partnership with spiritual forces to manifest what it is that we need.
That's so deep. Now, even though the earth, right? Let's look at it for an example. The earth don't appear spiritual. You know what I'm saying? But the earth is spiritual. And the earth is, nature is spiritual.
Nature
and so these are the forces that are that work in collaboration with us for us to produce this life of abundance, family. You know what I'm saying? Nature conspires for our well-being, or nature collaborates for everything to grow, blossom, and bloom and bear the fruit that it comes here to bear. Is that not true? Nature conspires for, like, we see everything coming back right now, things being reborn, budding again. Who is conspiring for that to happen? These spirits of nature. And these spirits of nature are here for us too. We have to understand and know how to work with them. And because they conspire on our behalf too, that we fulfill our destiny, which is fulfilling our purposes for existing in the first place. What fruits do we come here to bear? Because nature and these spirits are conspiring to ensure that we bear these fruits, period. This is what nature does.
What are the things?
Is that?
Nature is the physical manifestation of the spiritual world.
You look for God or whatever word you want to give it, you're going to find it in nature.
You're going to find it in nature.
You're going to find it in nature.
And so how beautiful is it to recognize and understand, like you could go outside and see the abundance of nature right now. You can go to the ocean and see the abundance of nature, and the ocean, you can see it in the woods. You can see it in the river. You can see it in the mountains. You can see it wherever you go. You're in the midst of this all, but even in the midst of it all, you have it all within you. One of the issues that we have as a community is the poverty mind state. Like we don't have it all, but it's already there. Like we are abundant. Like we have it within ourselves. So we are abundant in it. And then we can walk outside of our houses and see the abundance manifesting all around us. Like we have to be able to focus on what it is.
And so whenever we walk out our house and we look within nature, the only thing that we should be seeing is an extension of ourself, an extension of yourself. When you see the earth, I am the earth too. When you see that water, shit, I'm the water too. When you feel that air, that breath, shit, I breathe too. Like these are all extensions of who it is that we are. And this is why we cannot live separate from them, because they sustain us. Why? Because this is who we are.
It is
really, nature.
It's a really interesting thing, right? So you hear us talking about the new moon, the full moon, Aries in this, Aries is in this, Pisces is in that. You know what I'm saying? It's because we're actually tapping in it. We're actually tapping into that force,
that design.
When we are talking about magic, what we are talking about is tapping into that force of nature to help us to manifest what it is that we want. That is the magic.
That's the magic.
That is the magic. Like, yo, we be looking for magic outside of ourselves when in actuality, magic is within us.
Yes.
We tap into it. It is so interesting how we all aligned in this time and space.
Yes.
The Etheric Touch tribe have been closed for a while. And all of a sudden, with the snap of a finger, we're all here again. That's alignment. So if that's what we're doing here on Earth, what is happening in the cosmos?
Because thou will be done on earth
as it is in heaven. As above,
within, so without,
as above, so below.
Below.
Is what's going on.
It's one and the same.
You create your reality. You are the microcosm of the macrocosm.
Yes.
Anything that you can see outside of you is already within you. You have nothing but planets in you. All your organs are planets. All your cells are stars.
The neutrons,
you have all of that is like
universes
upon universes upon universes within you that you can tap into, yo.
Yes.
You create your reality.
And this is how our ancestors knew, because they try to figure out, well, how did the ancients know that this star system was so deep out into the space that they don't even, because they was finding these places inside of themselves. Family, do we understand that? Like this was interstellar travel that we are talking about. Inner. Because they understood what? As within, so without. So these are places that they were finding within themselves. And so
universal life force energy is the basis of our entire existence. The energy that sustains, it is the energy that sustains life, providing vital energy to all living systems. The whole universe, from the stars in the sky to the atoms that create them, including the world we live in and our bodies. Everything we see or do is made up of universal life force energy.
And so look at ourselves. Like once again, we are created of what? Atoms. Atoms is what? Energy. We are energy beings. So this energy that this is talking about, that pervades all of creation throughout any dimension, any universe, guess what? That's the very energy that we are right now. And this is how we know that we are everything, how the Bible puts that God is everything and everyone, or just at once, however that scripture go, that's us. Because like when you understand yourself from an energetic level, like, yo, I'm energy, even though I appear solid, that's only because of the vibration that I'm in right now. But I can raise that shit. I can raise it, because I'm only energy. And once we understand ourselves as energy beings, then we understand what this is talking about. And then we can understand and perceive ourselves from the vastness that we should be.
And all this slide is showing you is the different ways that we are naming this life force energy.
Yes, we call it God, we call it
chi, prana, life force. You know what I'm saying? Energy, atoms, all of it.
That we possess right now, right? Because what? We are alive. Yes. Life force. Just like everything else. Life force.
There's a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, the expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and will be lost. So that means that all in all, you are purposeful. You have purpose here. Nobody can express life force energy in the way that you can express life force, the energy that's resonating within you. You came here to express that. And if you block it, it can never exist. It can never exist again.
Or if you block it, it will destroy you. That same life force will destroy you.
You are stardust.
Yes.
You have atoms in your body that are billions of years old, created by the disruption of stars. Every atom in your body was forged from the collision of stars, making you stardust. Just as every ingredient in the human body is made from elements forged by stars, so are all of the building blocks of your food. Every rock, plant, animal, scoop of rainwater, and breath of air owes its existence to distant suns. Understanding energy and the particle movement of energy is vital to your evolution and your wholeness. Either way, everything we are and everything in the universe originated from stardust. It continually floats through us today as 48 tons of cosmic dust falls on the earth every day. Directly connecting you to the universe, rebuilding our bodies again and again over our lifetimes. This scientific truth is a reminder that the ever-changing molecule treasure of you can change anything at any time, no matter what it is, because you are stardust.
And so we are, if you don't know, just look it up. Like, what is the body mainly composed of? It's going to tell you stardust energy, if you didn't know that. So this is why our ancestors put so much emphasis on the fact that we are stars, that we come from the stars, and that we are stars on earth. And when we think about as above, so below, think about it like mainly, if you go out, we go out into the day, mainly all that's going to be around you is darkness. But in the midst of this darkness that's mainly all around us, we shine. We shine in the midst of that. When you look up in the sky, it's mainly darkness. But in the midst of that darkness is what we call stars that shine from keeping the darkness from being all-consuming. This is what we're here doing on earth, is that not? This is the reason why we are the way that we are, is that not? We are keeping the darkness from reigning supreme. We are stars on earth, as above, so below. And this is why it's so important for us to shine our light in the midst of this darkness that we find ourselves around on a daily basis. We have to shine. We are stars, family, on earth. That's why we composed of that. 98% stardust. Everything is composed of it.
So what does that mean? That means that if we're feeling depleted, we are lacking stardust, right? What does that mean? That we need to go and absorb that 48,000 tons. 48,000 tons of cosmic dust that falls from the earth. It's really an interesting thing. If you go outside on a sunny day and you just stare off into nothingness,
not focus on anything, but just stare.
What you'll see is the only way I can explain it is if you've had a migraine, you see the lights, you'll actually see the lights falling from the little particles of stardust. And it looks like snow.
You will see it.
It actually looks like snow. Or you can even think about it like old school. I don't know how many people in here are old school. Remember the static on the TV? That's what it looks like falling from the sky. But if you tune into it, what I mean is stare off into staring at nothing, you can actually see it falling. And so when we are coming into these times of being depleted, that means that we need more. What does that mean? Consciously going outside and breathing in stardust into your being.
Yes.
When you eat certain vegetables, when you eat certain fruits, that is live, that is stardust. Bring it into yourself. When you're drinking water, this is bringing stardust into yourself.
Everything is composed.
This is replenishing it. You see? And no matter what is going on in your life, you have the ability to change that shit, yo. You have the ability to change that shit because you're a fucking star here on this planet.
You're a star on earth. Our ancestors knew. And
guess what? Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed.
Okay, so let's look at this. So energy cannot be destroyed, and we know that we are energy. And so the question is, that we should be asking ourselves. If energy can't be destroyed, it can only be transformed. So we have to ask ourselves, what is it that we are transforming into? You know what I'm saying? And does somebody else have control of that shit? Or am I in control of what I am becoming? Because we understand that death is an illusion. Energy is only transformed. We got another experience after this one, but what is it that I am becoming? Because that's the only thing that is taking place here is transformation. We are energy from one state to another, but we have to be in control of our own personal transformation, that which we are becoming. And because other people got control of it now through music, television, all these different ways that we are being guided into becoming something that we truly are not, because other people have control of it. But we have to take the reins back. We have to be in control of that which we are becoming, family. We have to take control of our transformation. We understand, because other people have it.
And one of the things that we are working to do is to break the cycle of reincarnation. And what does that mean?
Learning lessons.
That means that we understand that we are not being recycled, but we are transforming. We are ascending into the next level of existence.
We are elevating.
Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only transform, which means you cannot die. You can only transform into something new. What are you transforming into?
So this lets us know that the only thing that we can do is get it right, because it's not going nowhere. If you don't learn the lessons, then when people think death is the end, no, death is showing you whether or not you learn the lessons or not. Because if you find yourself in your next experience having to go through the same things that you just went through, that's only because you didn't learn the lessons that you were supposed to learn. Let me explain something. This is how they set up the school system. The school system starts off with what? Elementary. It's about learning yourself on an elemental level, understanding that you are nature. And then you come into what? High school. This is about knowing the higher self, knowing yourself as that spiritual being, as the spiritual being, as having the human experience. And at the high school, you go to what? The university. Now it's time for you to understand yourself on a universal level. This is how the schools, like, they know this shit.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And what's interesting is that that society has set up an alternative universe and continues to set up an alternative universe to distract you from the truth of who you are. They have set up an illusion. They have set up the matrix, and we've been plugged in. It's time to unplug from the matrix, yo. Come on.
Going to it as Neo. Become the one. Become the one and go into the matrix and do and recreate it as you see fit.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
We're gonna come into this matrix and recreate it how we see fit.
Although many people are naturally sensitive to universal energy, others can be more attuned to it as they open up to the higher their conscious awareness. When our conscious awareness is high, we are able to tap into incoming energy wavelengths and read the information that is stored within it.
There you go.
When we harness and utilize the influx of energy can guide us in our life and ultimately lead us to reach our full potential and our higher purpose on earth.
And so in other words, it's things that can only be perceived from a high vibration that we missing because we searching a low one. In other words, the higher the vibration that we possess, we are able to interpret the frequencies of those vibrations. This is what this is talking about. And so it's things that are literally going over people's head. You know what I'm saying? We got to cut that out. Like, we have to tune in and tap in and understand these high vibrational frequencies on the journey of raising our own personal vibrations, so we can understand those things that we didn't understand before, because they was too far over our head, or the vibration of it was too high. We couldn't grasp it. We couldn't see it. We couldn't materialize it in our minds so we can see it and understand it. So this is all still a part of that raising the vibration, how important that is, from understanding ourselves as energy and the power that we have to raise our own personal vibrations, and how that is a must in order to continue along this journey, not finding ourselves having to go through the same things over and over again, but to be reborn into something new, a new experience.
Which is really interesting, going back to what we were talking about earlier about the new earth, right?
Yes.
So we have so many people around us that are not in tune with the higher frequencies.
So when we say the new earth, they're like, what?
Right. Like, it's not no new, like, y'all bugging.
Y'all bugging right now.
Let's go look at
the
new
letting you know what we see, the information that we are downloading.
Let's go back to that bullshit, the Housewives or Love and Hip Hop. Let's go back to that shit, because that new earth shit they talking,
that's crazy. That's
crazy shit. But those of us that are able to tune in to not just tune in, but raise our vibration to one to understand that a new earth is being born.
To
like,
feel it,
this is something that's going on.
To feel it.
This frequency, the frequency is being raised.
It's
a shift. Yes, it's a shift.
Yeah.
And so anything that you have been experiencing, just understand that you are actually experiencing these new frequencies, these new wavelengths that you have to learn to be able to harness and utilize for yourself, ultimately giving you your full potential and having us help to raise the vibration of the planet. We want something new.
Yeah.
We want something brand new. You have to be the new.
Yes.
Don't wait for nobody else to do it. It's you. It's you. What are we doing?
It's us.
What are we doing?
It's us.
Oh, y'all, I just be getting a little hype. My bad.
Should be winding it up, man.
The universal law of vibration states that everything in the universe consists of energy and light and motion that vibrates at a certain speed, and the resonance of it determines its frequency. Energy that vibrates slow is on the lower end of the spectrum and is dense and tangible. Energy that vibrates very quickly is on the higher end of the spectrum and is light and intangible.
So that's just more of what we've been talking about, vibration.
Remember we were telling you
about that.
Remember we were telling you about water.
Water is composed of atoms, but when you put that water in the freezer, what happens is that the vibration of them atoms of the water slows down, so it becomes ice. And then you take that ice and you sit it on the stove. When you put that fire in it, you're gonna see it start to bubbling, because the atoms of that water, the vibration of it begins to raise. So then now you see the water transform into spirits.
Into spirit.
So like, we are solids, but we can change that. We can change that through the raising. Like, we don't have to stay solid. We could become spirit, or we could become water. How did the ancients say become water? Like, we can do that. Like, we can change our state of being. Like, this can't just be something that sounds beautiful or interesting to you. Like, this has to be a knowing that you have inside of yourself, so we can accomplish this. Family.
Come on now.
Come on now.
The universe is saying, allow me to flow through you unrestricted, and you will see the greatest magic you will ever see. The greatest magic. Let me just tell you from personal experience that the universe has shown me magic that I have never imagined in my entire life. But you have to agree to it.
You got to agree.
You have to agree to it.
This is a reality of agreement.
Allow me to flow through you unrestricted, and I will show you the greatest magic you have ever seen. Do you agree to be the vessel for this universal life force energy? If you agree to it, put it in the chat. I agree.
Because if we don't agree, then what's the point of you even being here? Because we are the temple of that. Yo, it's nothing but I agree. I agree with this. And we're going to stop here. But this is only the beginning of the journey, family. Yo, we going in.
Questions, comments, feedback. Let's go.
We're going in.
Y'all there? Y'all okay?
Everybody good?
Y'all gonna say anything?
Can I get a copy of the PowerPoint?
Absolutely. Yes, I can send you the copy.
Yes, Queen.
Yes.
Whatever you need.
Can I get a copy as well?
Yes.
Y'all, please do me a favor. Drop it in the ET in the Facebook group, so I can see everybody together, and I will make sure everyone gets a copy of the PowerPoint.
Okay.
The book also has the Etheric Touch workbook is, thank you, Tiff, has everything that that was just talked about today. in that book. Come on now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Pull them books out.
The entire first level of the course is in that book. So if you have the book, you don't need the PowerPoint. If you don't have the book, I'm more than happy to send it to you. But everything is in it. I'm also revising it as well so that we can have the pictures and all that great stuff in there. But I can definitely add. So definitely you can get it in the book, but I don't mind sharing the PowerPoint. You have any other questions, comments?
How y'all feeling? Like how y'all feeling?
I just want to say y'all spoke life to me today. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that I was here.
I
love y'all. I love y'all.
Love you too, Queen.
It's our pleasure.
Our honor.
Yes. Anyone else?
I want to say that to piggyback off of what she was saying, y'all spoke life to me. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but especially that last part when you start talking about the vibrations and things.
Yeah.
Chills, man, chills. Like literally went through my body, and you guys are on point in everything that you were saying.
Thank you.
It's agreeing with my spirit, man. So yes, Ashe.
This is day one.
First class.
This is a journey, family. We going in.
I'm
That's
so
just what it
excited
is.
to unlock these new levels. Like I'm ready.
Yes.
I know.
And we right here with you, sis. You already know.
I already know. One of the things that I just want to do while we are all here, just give a shout out to Shatera at Divine Doula Goddess. There's so many new faces here because of Shatera.
Yes.
You know, and my love for her and the journey that we've been on together for the last 13 years, and to see what she has done in this journey as we began together. Me and her began together. Conjure's been in it forever. But me and her beginning together, and then just to see how far we have come together, you know what I'm saying, on our own individual journeys, me being able to see, you know what I'm saying, her being able to see what we have been able to put together. And then, of course, ET, our alumni, you know what I'm saying, like, look, the information that has been given over the course of the program has transformed lives in such a way that all I see are business owners everywhere, yo. Everybody's expressing their niches in their own ways,
people
yo.
That have been born again.
Look, and I can guarantee you, for all of you all that are starting, the majority of ET students came in feeling the way you feel today.
But look at them now.
We have diviners, we have tantric healers, we have death doulas, we have dancers, we have, like, it's just so much pouring out. And it's always our pleasure to watch and walk. You know, one of the things that we say is we'll walk with you until you can walk by yourself, and then we can choose to walk together. You know what I'm saying? And that's ultimately the goal, is that we choose to walk together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So is there anybody else, anything else you would like to say? Giving everybody the opportunity. Want to make sure everybody, like, it didn't go over anyone's head.
Yes.
Ital.
What's up, Ital?
Hey, Ital.
Peace. What's going on, y'all?
Peace, Queen.
I apologize for coming in late, but I've been in the middle of a bunch of stuff. But nonetheless, I just had to come in, you know, and get the vibe, get the energy, get the love. I miss y'all. Oh my God, I miss y'all so much.
Miss you too, Ital.
So thank y'all for the energy. And
true indeed.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
We will. You know that.
You already know, Ital. We love you.
Love you.
It's so good to see your face.
Yes.
Yours too.
This is I have a request for my alumni. I have a request for my alumni. This is definitely a gift for all of you all to come back. One of the things I asked is if you would please go onto the website and purchase something and take a picture with it. That's all I would like. Take a picture with it, because what Conjure and our goal is to be able to assist as many people as possible, to get as many people as possible through this Lionsgate energy. This Lionsgate energy is when we are celebrating the birth of the new earth.
The new world.
You know, and this and I will give you all a little sneak peek. Okay, the retreat we're planning for August. We plan to go for 5 days.
5 days. For that work.
For that work.
For that work.
So we're gonna walk through Lionsgate together, and then we'll walk
on the other side of it together.
And then we'll go through the full moon in Aquarius together, and then we'll come out of that together. So we're really excited. I'm already planning for it. If you are interested, please drop me a line somewhere, anywhere. It doesn't really matter.
Because if you can be there,
you want to be there.
Be there.
You want to be there. That's definitely something you're going to want to do.
Giving you time to do what it is, whatever is necessary. But for what we know is getting ready to happen, and those that have been to these other retreats, y'all know we live these things out. Y'all already know we're getting ready to live this out. So be there if you can.
All right. Any questions, comments, feedback? Is everybody's hearts and minds full?
Okay.
Is there any homework?
Today, what I would say is that start to really see yourself as the energy being you are. You are a star here on this planet. So see yourself as a star. Go outside and see the abundance of the universe. Start there. Recognize what your self-sabotaging beliefs are. Recognize what those are. Are you an introvert? How many people here think they're introverts? You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this.
I done saw you talking too much. Now, come on now, you'll talk to. Come on.
But still, that shyness, right? One of the things that in the beginning of my journey, not the beginning, probably midway, we were building with a brother. And the brother was like, "Oh, this information y'all have, y'all need to share with everybody." And I was like, "I'm not getting ready to do that. I'm shy." And that day he told me, he said, "You know what? No, you're selfish." He said, "You're selfish because you worry more about how you feel than the information that you are giving to others that can really help to change their lives." And that really stuck with me. I mean, this is like 8-9 years ago, he said this to me, and it stuck with me so much. I don't have the ability to be shy anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, me living my truth is allowing you to live your truth. And then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shine. I'm going to do it like brightly,
because
loud.
We activate each other. We activate one another. Like, we activate one another. Family.
And then, and as you recognize it within yourself, and as you stand with by yourself, I'm gonna be there standing with you too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ET will say, Ashantola don't push you. I do. I do push you, but that's only because I see your potential. You see what I'm saying? And I expect, ET will come and be like, "So what you doing? When are you getting back to it?" You know what I'm saying? We miss you, so what we doing? Okay, I see you. I'm coming. Same thing applies. I don't expect anything we don't expect anything that we give to not be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? We operate from that place. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when we need our downtime, I'm very thankful for the people that surround us that help to keep things going. You know what I'm saying? For us to be able to rest is also a part of it. You know what I'm saying? But on the opposite end, we push each other around here because that's what tribes should be doing. Like, nobody should be left behind. We are only as strong as our weakest link. You know what I'm saying? So, we are walking strong together.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So, like I said, we have decided to condense the classes so that we're not doing 24 weeks, but we're doing 12. That takes us right into Lionsgate.
And hopefully a lot of y'all will be there at this retreat, this Lionsgate retreat. That's what our intentions are, is that a lot of y'all be here, especially the alumni, those that already know. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need that energy there as well. But yes.
The next class will be I'm in August. Look at y'all. Have me all the way in August, and we're in April. The next class is on the 24th of August, Sunday at 1. We'll go 2 hours again. Okay? April. April 24th, we will begin, and that will be the chakras and meditation.
Okay.
Definitely chakras, maybe not meditation, but definitely chakras.
Because it all go hand in hand.
But everything, you'll get it all by the time we're done. Okay?
All right.
Thank y'all for coming. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.